Assalamu alaikum friends and welcome back to the course. In this video, we are going to do short refactoring which involve depending directly on the abstract type rather than the implementation type. Let's get started. So here a lot of time you are going to see that we are depending directly on some kind of an array list or a hash map here. A lot of the time this doesn't have big problems, but sometimes when we need to change the implementation type, this will cause a problem. Right now we don't have any problem, but sometimes let's pretend that we need some performance optimization, for example. So depending on the abstract type, we'll make the code here in this file, because if we pretend that we are doing this in a really big project, this dependency will cause many problems if we are trying to refactor it. So directly we should depend on the abstract list, right? So here, instead of depending on the array list, we could use directly the list, and this will be much better. Here, instead of using the hash map, we can use directly the map, and this is much better. Now we do have a problem because we are adding into the map, so it makes sense to use, like this Kotlin, we need to use mutable map like that, so we don't have any problem. Here, instead of using the array list, we can use list. This is the implementation, it doesn't matter, like that's pretty fine. From this side, it doesn't matter, right? But from this side, we should not depend on the implementation types, right? We can search for it like following array list, like that. And here we have the dependency, especially in the function declaration. At the moment of creating it and using it, it doesn't matter. But at the moment of declaring it, especially in the parameter types and function parameter signature, we shall use the abstract type. So I can remove and make this a list. I have a problem here. This needs also to be a list. I have another problem. No, let me search for other thing. Array list. Here we do have this one. Makes sense to use it as an array list. Another one. Exactly. This needs to be a list. And we don't have any problem. Let's talk about hash map maybe. Here, the moment of creation, it doesn't matter, right? It's not a problem. In fact, I could use a mutable map since I'm using Kotlin here. And here, the mutable map will refer to some implementation, like here it is using linked hash map, okay? But at the end of the day, it's a mutable map. So this is a simple thing. Try to use always the abstract type instead of the implementation type, because if you need to do the refactoring, which involve changing the implementation type for performance issue or other stuff, and especially if the code base is pretty big, you will run into a lot of problems. Well, here it doesn't have any implication from the outside world, but a lot of the times this type are used into signature of the function that are used everywhere, and this will cause a problem in big code base. That's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to refactor the sun declination and equation of time function. Thank you very much and see you in the next videos.